By the way, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo. Remember, that guy just wrote a book about how well he handled COVID-19. Remember that? He wrote a whole book about American Crisis, where he had a ghostwriter do it for him. And then he ran around on TV, traipsing around on TV, talking about what a wonderful job he did handling COVID, even though his COVID curve looked exactly like the bad curve in the bad versus good curve. Right? This is the moron who was appearing with his brother on national TV every night to do a comedy bit where his brother showed up with a giant Q-tip to talk about the size of his nose. This guy was hero of the Republic, Andrew Cuomo, while tens of thousands of people died in his state as he was shipping the olds back into the nursing homes with COVID. Okay, so here's Andrew Cuomo, after having precipitously and preemptively written a book about how wonderfully he did with COVID, announcing astronomical increases happening in New York State.
Western New York, worst situation in the state of New York. In Western New York, these are the highest rates. 9.7, 9.4, 7.5, 7.3, 6.8. Dramatically higher than anywhere else. It's those areas which are astronomical compared to the rest of the state.
Okay, you know which part is not astronomical? The schools. The schools are not astronomical. He's talking about rates of 7, 8, 9% in these particular areas. Again, New York City public schools, 0.23% positivity rate. Again, they're shutting down the schools. Also, just worthy of note, Andrew Cuomo has blamed every single thing in the universe except for himself for his bad handling of COVID. All the things, right? He's blamed President Trump. He has blamed God. He has blamed Republicans. He has blamed the press. He has blamed everybody. Well, all of this came to a head yesterday when a Wall Street Journal reporter asked him about the school closures, and Cuomo was not up on the news, right? So Cuomo immediately started firing back by suggesting the schools were not closed, and he didn't know what he was talking about. And the Wall Street Journal reporter was like, well, I feel like parents are kind of confused because you're saying one thing and de Blasio saying another. Here's Andrew Cuomo engaged in a vicious attack on the press. If Trump had done this, this would have been the story for the next 48 hours minimum. Andrew Cuomo abuses a member of the press by suggesting that that member of the press is confused and terrible for asking a very straightforward question. The answer is this state is run like crap. Okay, it is run. Andrew Cuomo is a bad governor. He's a bad governor, and Bill de Blasio is a bad mayor, and everybody knows it. Here is Andrew Cuomo going nuts on a member of the press.
What are you talking about? You're now going to override. We did it already. That's the law. An orange zone and a red zone. Follow the facts.
I'm still confused.
Well, then you're confused.
I'm confused, and
then I'll tell you what, Jimmy.
Parents are still confused as well. The schools in New
they're
York
not
City
confused.
tomorrow.
You're confused.
No, I think parents are very confused as well.
Read the law, and you won't be confused.
Okay, but we're confused because what the law says is that if you get above a certain positivity rate, the schools can be shut down. But New York City and New York State were reporting different rates of positivity for New York City. Andrew Cuomo is confused because he has been in this running gun battle with Bill de Blasio. The two hate each other. It's been this ridiculous Mutt and Jeff routine for a while here. It's absurd. It's absurd. But don't worry. These are the people who are following the signs. They know what to do. Ron DeSantis and Greg Abbott, they're the bad ones. But Andrew Cuomo, hero of the Republic. Bill de Blasio handling this thing like a champ while he's out there rallying for Joe Biden and having people paint murals on Fifth Avenue in the middle of a pandemic. Slow clap for the science right there. A lot of science following I am seeing. I hope you enjoyed that clip from The Ben Shapiro Show. If you did, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you stay up to date on all of our future content.